Good morning, my friends. How are you? How are you guys doing today? Morning, morning. Glad the shutdown didn't affect YouTube. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a good day, a quiet day, no social media. It was perfect. People met their families. It was a great day. GA didn't come enough. Yeah, man. I saw it. Such a shame. Didn't come enough. It was perfect, almost perfect. Another 7 pips to come, and this would have been amazing setup. And there's more room to push here. There's more room. That's almost 60 pip range to the upside. I wish this was like a 4-hour retest. But no, it's a second 1-hour retest coming. I don't know if we can trust that. After the 1 hour did a retest, but not quite. It did make the pullback though. And it moved 25 pips already. And now it's making the second retest. And you guys know that we don't take second retests when they happen on the 1 hour. A second retest is acceptable when it comes on the 4 hour, but not on the 1 hour. Even though if we look at it, it didn't come enough to the downside to give us the retest, but still I think it can count. Rejected from the wicks, so still could be counted as a retest. I think today we have plenty of setups. We had some consolidation yesterday. A lot of consolidation, and today price is about to break zones. I'm liking EJ a lot here, and I think I'm gonna take. There's a lot of rejections here. This zone is good. I think a small breakout here and some more continuation to the upside would be very nice. It's a 4-hour level 2, and we might fill the range to the upside. I had hopes it's gonna break on the previous candle, but no luck. Previous candle was no luck. Now we gotta wait for this current candle to close above. Aussie dollar rejecting again the same level. This level is just getting stronger and stronger all the time. NZD US dollar doing pretty much the same thing as Aussie dollar. You see how little the the chart changed. You see the difference? It's pretty much the same chart. There's almost no difference. Just a few. CAD JPY. CAD JPY. Still at the same place. This 4-hour level. It's been here forever. It's been here forever. CAD JPY. I hope it breaks finally, because that would be nice. I think the 1 hour could be a trade too here, but I guess EJ is better at this point. Already pushing. I'm afraid it's gonna go too far. That's what I'm afraid. It's gonna go too far and we're not gonna be able to take it, because it's only 10 minutes in and you can already see that it's very volatile and it's trying to push up. So that's the dangerous thing. Ooh, we have news today, yeah. We have a lot of news today. Let me see now. Because yesterday we looked at the news and plenty of red news. FOREX Factory not considering big news, but my FX boot does. Yeah, sometimes they don't match up with each other. Let me see now. We have news in less than a minute now in market, Euro market services PMI. 1 minute. Let's see what EJ does because of these news. This is one of the reasons why I stopped watching Forex Factory, because a lot of times there were high impact news and it was saying that there's no news or it's just a low impact news. So we watch my FX book for a long time now. On Forex Factory, I just go for the live news if something happens. Other than that, no. Okay, it doesn't seem like the news are having an effect on EJ here. So it's good. Usually this news on the morning on Euro that we have so many, they don't really have big effect. They're just there. They happen all the time. Every day. So we have Euro news, more to come. We have more GBP news. Then after that, we're a bit clear until New York session. So it's going to be a bit complicated, because it might have some effect when all the Euro news are done. Maybe not every news now gonna have effect, but at the end, when all the results are in, we might have the effect. We might see the effect on the markets. Right now, anyway, we don't have a setup right now, so not a problem. But the next hour, we're gonna have to be careful. GJ is flying. I was honestly watching GJ take buys, but the way this candle closed, it made me go stay away. Yeah, because it just didn't close like I wanted. I needed a better close, and it got rejected at the end here and closed very small. But this was pretty much perfect. Look at the retest happened. The only bad thing was the breakout candle. I wish I had the 5 more pips there. That would be great. But unlucky. Unlucky. Also, EJ was pretty much the same. It was above at one point, but at the end of the hour, it got rejected. And then nothing happened for us. Euro UD still rejecting this resistance. Is getting better with this consolidation box. I don't like to the downside because it's not as clear as to the upside. Let me check the 4 hour. The 4 hour is a big pullback. We'll see. What about is the US dollar to the upside here? Price is pushing up. It's about to break a zone here, but we have another one just a little above. That's one problem. 2 zones in between. That's around 10 pips range. That's around 10 pips range in between. So as the US dollar, it's gonna be a little bit complicated. We wait and see what happens. What's happening with UJ? UJ has a very clean and nice zone. It's already showing signs of rejections. A break above would be pretty good. And then after breaking this, it's free traffic. Almost to the next zone here. It should be good if we break. GA's right now AUD is pretty strong, and it's already signs showing of that. As a GA, this should be should have some more continuation to the upside. GBP is strong right now also, but also AUD is strong. That's why this pair is kind of stuck right now. You can see the other pairs, the GBP pairs are pushing, but this one is dropping because AUD is also strong. It's pushing, and GBP is also the same, and right now it gets stuck. Yeah, I saw it. It was very close. Another 5-7 pips, and it would have been a quick 20 pip move there. But very unlucky there. I would have taken it any time of the day. That was nice. Alright, now we have UJ if it breaks, we have EJ if it breaks, and we have GJ, I don't know for now. Maybe the 4 hour, because the level is great. The level is very, very good. even on the 4 hour. It makes perfect sense, but the 4 hour is going to take some time until it comes and closes. So we can maybe focus on EJ here. Hopefully the news are not going to have effect and we stay here for a while so we get the chance to enter when it closes above. Other than that, we're going to wait and see what happens. Facebook was hacked yesterday. I'm not sure if it was hacked. Not sure. I mean, something happened for sure, but we don't know what. Aussie dollar is making a 1 hour retest for a bearish move. You're not wrong, but there's also the thing that Aussie dollar already filled the range. That's the problem here, because I think you're thinking about this zone here that is making a retest, but this happened already. This was the breakout candle, this was the retest, and this was the move. Price already filled the range to the downside. Now it's getting rejected. This is a rejection. We can't count this as a retest now because it already did a break in the retest, if you're thinking about that. So right now it's in consolidation. There's nothing happening here right now. It's just consolidation. No retest. When did you take GJ trade? Oh, GJ, I forgot to delete the text. Yesterday. That's the trade we took yesterday. Sorry. Looking for trades on GJ as per. We have to wait for GJ. We have to wait. There's a chance on the 4 hour that we get a setup, but I'm not gonna be very happy about this setup because the 1 hour it's gonna have to make a whole pullback here to this point, and I don't like that. When the 1 hour is gonna have to recover the whole previous hour, it's not a good sign. So we can probably focus more on EJ here because it's a good chance also. Can you look at GBP/USD? Yeah, we can look at GBP/USD. What do you want to know here? GBP/USD doesn't have like a very good setup. We might find a small zone around here, but I don't know how much we can trust that, you know. But what we can do is we can trust the 4 hour. The 4 hour is clean. 4 hour is a clean setup, and we have around 30 pip range to the upside. Free traffic. Let's go. GBP/USD. But the 4 hour doesn't close next hour. It closes in 2 hours and actually 1.5 hours now. That's the problem. That's the only problem, that it's on almost 2 hours till the 4 hour closes. Can we trust the 1 hour? The level on the 1 hour is just a little bit lower. It's not exactly the same as the 4 hour. Can this work? I think it can, but of course we would be more comfortable with a 4 hour breakout, as always. Waiting for EJ. Can you consider as DJPY buy? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the bad pairs here. Let's take a look at the secondary pairs. We're gonna look at as a DJPY. Just a quick look to others. We can't consider a buy yet, just yet. Gotta wait for a few more minutes. The next zone on as a DJPY is at 400, and that's another 10 pips. So what's the thing here? I think we have a level here at 200. I don't know if we're gonna get a retest, but it is possible. What if it comes only around here? Because that looks like another small zone. So there's a chance that we reject at 230 or we come lower. That's like a 5 pip range. When it closes, we can make a decision. We have to make a decision where to wait. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, I guess the higher level is the 4-hour level 2. So it makes sense to enter at 250. We can enter at 250 maybe. Here. So not a buy yet until the candle is gonna close. But it's in a good path until now. It's pushing up, trying to... It might even go to the next zone, who knows? There's still time. You took GA on the retest, Samuel. I wish you luck. You took it on the second retest, right? Is that true? How do you get your chart to say the pair on the background? Here. Watermark. As you can see. You just need to activate this, and here you change the color of the text. Samuel, I hope GA works for you. It's already rejecting, so that's a good sign until now, but you're not really following the rules. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem for you in the future, but not a good sign that you're not following the rules. Can you check EU? Euro US dollar is in between two zones, so it's inside of these two zones, or is height of this consolidation, if we can say. Right now there's nothing really happening. We're just staying in between ranging. We have to wait a break to the upside or maybe even to the downside. Both ways there's a good both ways we have a good range to fill. 22 pips to the downside, to the upside. If we fill the whole range, around 25 pips too, so not bad. And this break and retest to the downside was actually pretty nice. I don't know if anyone saw that, but a clean break and retest. EJ rejecting again. It's not a good sign. More news to come in 10 minutes, 20 minutes more. One good thing is that we finished this news and we don't have to worry about Euro news anymore until New York session with some USD news. But for a few hours, we're going to be clean to take any trades we want. There's no news. Some GBP news also in 1 hour, so not a very nice day to trade when there are so many news. NZD US dollar. What? We forgot about NZD US dollar at all. Where is that retest happening? Oh, it's a 30-minute retest. We don't trade 30-minute, but I don't know, it might work. It might work, but we don't trade 30-minute. Like we said, we have a 10 pip range in between here on NZD US dollars, so it is not very safe to trade it. I mean, it's 10 pips, so you are okay with a 2-3 pip breakout on NZD US dollar? Because that's a weak breakout too. I don't know how much we can trust that. I'd rather stay away, you know, just for the best. Maybe if we break this other zone too, and that's also when the 4-hour goes above the previous candle, which is a very strong sign that we're gonna have some more continuation. This 4-hour is already trying to pass and trying to push above the previous candle. That's a big sign that we're gonna continue bullish more. but we can only enter when we break this other zone too. And then when we get a retest, of course. So we have more time for NZD US dollar. It still might work even with a weak breakout, but just it's not a thing that you can be sure of every time. Because one time it works, 5 times it doesn't. You look good yesterday. Yeah, you is making great moves. I don't know what's happening with EU lately, but it's giving great setups. It's moving smoothly. It's respecting levels. It's great to trade. I don't know last time we lost an EU. It's not doing any fake outs anymore. It's great to trade. How about buy CAD CHF? Good break there. I didn't see anything on CAD CHF. But looks like it's coming for a break above. I don't know. It's a secondary pair. I don't really like the level because we have a few rejections here and we have a few more just a little above. So which one you want to take? Which level? And then the next one is around here. So maybe this 500 level, that could be better to have some more continuation to this next one. Somebody said you're a CHF. I mean, look, the level is getting stronger. We have plenty of rejections, but I don't know, it's EUR/CHF. How much can we trust this pair? I mean, it's kind of same like as EJ. Same consolidation. Just the pair is a bit. The pair is not good. What time frame do you trade the most? 1 hour and 4 hour. High time frames are the most consistent ones. You don't get fake outs on the 1 hour and 4 hour like you do in a 1 minute chart or 5 minutes or 15. That's why we trade 1 hour and up, no lower than 1 hour. I am aware because a lot of people think that I'm not aware that break and retest happens on 15 minutes and 30. I am aware that all these happens. You know, I'm aware that 30 minutes sometimes doing a perfect retest, but just we don't need them. You know, we don't need them because they're not stable. 30-minute breakouts and retests or 15 minutes, they're not stable. They give you good setups sometimes, and most of the time it's gonna be like a 50-50% thing because I tried it. That's the reason. I tried trading on lower time frames too, but it's just more complicated. It takes you more time and it's harder to manage trade because the more time frames you have or you're using, the harder a chance is for all of them to match with each other, because it comes to one point where 30 minutes is saying you to that you have a close back in the range after a breakout, and the 1 hour would say to you no, still hold because it's not, the 1 hour is not closed yet. So to manage the trade is a lot more difficult if you trade lower time frames, because you can see you can have a 1 hour breakout. You can have a 1 hour breakout above this, then it comes the 30 minute, let's say, closes above, then it comes for retest. Now the 1 hour looks like a rejection. How do you not know that this is going all the way to the downside? Because it's just a rejection on the 1 hour. Let me check this on the 30 minute. It was not a break. I was about to take this as an example. Or when the 1 hour breaks above, if you go then and look to the 30 minute, there's some times where the 1 hour is gonna come for a deeper retest, and it might be at the 30 minute, after 30 minutes, and you might see the 30 minute close back in the range. That means it's a fake out on 30 minute. Now which time frame are you gonna trust? Are you gonna confirm that's a fake out and you're closing, or are you gonna say, okay, it's just a deep retest on the 1 hour? The 1 hour is not closed yet, it can still reject. So it's just a lot of confusions created with the lower time frames for me, so I don't want to deal with that. What's wrong with the GA retest? If you can explain. There's nothing wrong with the retest. The retest was good. There's wrong because it was a second one. So our rules are that when we have a breakout, we enter right on the first retest. It doesn't matter to be the first candle, because price can consolidate a bit, then come for retest and some more continuation. But here you already had one, and this was a second. So why we don't take the second? Because there's a chance that, or there are higher chances of being a fake out after. GA already did a pullback and did continuation. It moved around 25 pips to the upside after it came for this. Like I said before, I don't know if we can count this as a retest, but it came pretty close to the zone. It rejected from the wicks. And this was a second one, so nothing wrong with it except that it's a second retest and the chances of being a fake out are higher. And we didn't have we were not very sure about GA, also because AUD was really strong at that point. GBP was strong too, so it was kind of stuck at one point. And it just for us was a better option to stay away. You know, GA is a volatile pair. It needs to be perfect when we take it, because it can easily do some stupid things and just stop you out for nothing. So when taking it, we just have to be careful. If something doesn't add up, we stay away. Do you trade most using, not most, 100% only break and retest? Not most break and retest, but 100% only break and retest, nothing else. Probably break and retest is tired from us, because we only trade break and retest. There's no other way. EJ rejected all the way down. This is the worst because we only had this setup coming, and now this one is failing us, not coming, not giving a breakout. Samuel, good for you, my friend. You caught GA, very nice. I hope this continues for you for a long time. More news in 7 minutes, 2 minutes. Then more in 10 minutes. In this hour, all the ear news are done. Then on the next 30 minutes after this 1 hour closes, we have some more GBP news and then we're clear. Buy some GCAD. Buy some GCAD. I don't know. This level is not bad, it's good level. Man, it's been so long last time I traded GCAD. I forgot the feeling of trading GCAD. Look, if we get a good close here above, I might just take GCAD here for the first time in 2 years maybe. I don't know last time I traded, but it looks good. It looks good. Maybe good enough to trust it, but only with a good breakout. But the thing is, we have news in 30 minutes, so even if it breaks now, it's not going to be very safe to trade it. So we're gonna have to wait. Waiting sometimes is boring, but you know, we get paid at the end. Patience pays. Sometimes it's boring, sometimes more exciting. These news might not even have any effect on GBP. They might be the same as EU here, EU news, because nothing really happened with EU. I mean, just moving regularly. It's nothing big. UJ failed to break also, so we are just consolidating. Don't force a trade. No, I'm not. I'm just chilling here until something comes up to me. I'm not gonna take anything. I can wait for weeks, my friend. Look, we shouldn't depend in one trade. This, the next one, whatever trade comes, it's just another trade. One trade cannot change your whole account situation. For better or worse. So we ought to be careful. Just treat every trade the same. In terms of maybe looking at a setup saying, okay, this is perfect, I'm gonna risk more. No, you can risk less but not more. Less is for setups where you're not fully sure, but there's a lot of signs that it's good setup. But as a precaution, you use lower risk. But a higher risk just because it looks perfect, no, because we had situations when the setup was perfect and it still failed. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. Treat every trade the same. Euro has been battling the 1.36 100 level since yesterday, not making a decision. Yeah, GU is at a daily level, I think, too. It's a pretty strong level, Herman. So it's gonna take a while. Even though this is a pretty big pullback, to be honest. If I was to say what's gonna happen here, you guys probably know what we talked about for GU when the price was already around here. This is the retest happening on the daily. It would make perfect sense for price to continue down now. You know, it would make perfect sense to continue down. It's making a daily retest. We already got a rejection on the previous daily candle. We already got a push to the downside, but now it's trying again. I don't know if it's gonna have any luck, but this is a strong zone. It's a strong zone, but look at this. Looks like a perfect retest. If this was a 1 hour break and retest, I would take it right away. But it's a daily, so it's a bit more complicated. What one thing we can do here, if the daily is telling us that this needs to go down, we can go on the lower time frames and find an entry somehow. But where that would be, where would that be? The 1 hour level is pretty low here, so maybe it would need to come all the way down here, and then we would take this, because if the daily starts dropping, it's gonna come pretty low. It's not gonna stop with 10-20 pips, or maybe it's gonna break and go up. Well, that's also a chance. But like I said, it makes more sense if it pushes down, because it looks perfect as a bearish break and retest there, especially after breaking that huge support. I think we can count that as a major zone, because every time price came there, you can see how big the pullback were. Look how big the pullback was every single time that price came here. You had a big pullback. So it just wouldn't make sense for price to come all the way up again. I mean, we gotta have some more continuation now. We have to respect this level. But just based on the rejections, you can see how strong the zone is. And that's why it's having difficulties to break above. If you look left, we have so many rejections here on the daily, even a little bit higher. See all these candles here? There's so many rejections. These rejections were for a reason, because it's a very strong level. This is where price is right now, at this zone, after having a huge break to the downside. The whole thing about this is that, see how the price moved to the downside, then came for retest. So it didn't come for retest after the breakout. And this is the thing, because price pushed all the way up, and now price pushed all the way down, and now coming all the way to the upside. Why is it not good when price pushes first, then comes for a retest? Because the situation might change now. What if price already tested a big zone here, and this zone is even stronger than this one, and this is going to cause price to push up? Also, fundamentals might change after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after a whole week. A whole week went by, and you can trust the retest now. Why? Because break and retest is mostly based on momentum. We want to trade the momentum, and there's no momentum left there. The whole situation has changed. Okay, we have a candle close now. GBP, JPY, the worst close possible. Let's see if we have any breakouts. EJ just got rejected, did nothing. NZ US dollar, barely a break above this zone. Skip. CAD JPY didn't break out, skip. The worst 4-hour breakouts ever. USD JPY sitting at support right now. No breakout on either sides. GH get rejected a little bit. GCAD didn't break either. Now it's starting to push. GBP news will come soon, in less than 30 minutes. NZD JPY didn't break. It just disappointed us. Actually, there's no 4-hour closes, because I was wrong. The 4-hour closes come in 1 hour. So still a chance to have some good 4-hour closes. There's still a chance. Right now, we don't have anything to work with. Nothing at all. We just gotta wait for another hour. Unfortunately. Bruno, I don't deal much with fundamentals, so I don't know what I can say about that. I don't deal with fundamentals that much. I just know that GU makes perfect sense to continue down. That's all. It's just the way the candles are formed. I'm talking about technicals. Now, like I said, fundamentals can interfere a bit and the direction can change, but just based on technicals, what makes perfect sense to continue down.